Assalamu alaikum guys, I hope you're doing well. So in this video we are going to take a look into list. So we are discussing the Python programming language and we are going to learn about list in Python. So a little bit of introduction about lists. So Python lists are versatile and they're widely used in data structure that allow you to store, manipulate a collection of items. It can hold various kind of data, meaning it is heterogeneous in nature. You can store numbers, strings, or any kind of data within list. So creating a list is very simple. You create the name of the list and then under the square bracket you enter the data of the list. So there are various usage of lists, so we'll just cover some of the common usage. So some of the common usage are you can store multiple values in a single variable. You can iterate over each of the elements in a loop. You can use it for dynamic array. You can store heterogeneous data. List can store elements of different data types. And then we have some of the functions of list. For example, append. What it does is that it adds an element to the end of the list. So here is an example. So we have a list called 1 2 3 4 5 and we would like to append 6, so it appends 6 in the end of the list. We can extend, basically you have another list and you want to add that list to another list, so you can just extend and then pass on the list. Then you can insert at any specific position within a list, so you can use the insert function, pass in the location and the data which you want to insert. Then you can remove from the list. You can pop out from the last element from the list using the pop function. You can print the list. So these are the operations that you can perform on the list. You can also sort the list. You can reverse the list. You can also square the list. We can find out the length of the list using the length function, max, minimum. So let's take an example here. So this is a name of the list, my list 1, and I have this data 1 2 3 8 5 7, some random numbers in it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the max of the list. So as you can see, I ran the program and it printed 100, and then notice that I don't have 11 in this original list and I appended 11 into the list. Okay, so let's try some other operations. So let's say we want to insert another list. So let's say my list dot extend and then we pass on another list. Let's say 100, 200, 300. So what it will do is that it will add this data of this list into the end of the original list. So let's print out the list. So I'm just gonna copy this here and let's see how it looks, the output. So let's run this and notice that originally when I appended 11 to the list, it got added here. So this was the original list and then I extended it with this list. So this data got added at the end of the original list. Then you can perform, let's say you can perform sorting, so you can also sort or reverse the list. So that is very simple. So let's say print list dot short, and this will short list. So let's try to run this and see how the output looks. It says none. Okay, let's try to figure out how this function works. My list dot short. Okay. Mm, okay. So this will basically short the list, right? So let me try to print again my list dot one and see how the output looks. Okay, there you are. So it what it does is that it basically sorted the list and then it's getting printed over here. So now we can see this is in ascending order 1 2 3 5 7. Awesome. All right, let's see, we can also reverse the list. So we call the list and the reverse function, and then of course I can print the list. So let's see. Awesome. So you can see now the list is reversed. We can also remove any of the list, any of the item from the list. So we call in the list function, then remove, and let's say we wanted to remove 300. Okay, so let's try to print, let's try to print the list. All right, let's try to print it. So let me see if the 300 is gone. Yes, absolutely. So you can see in the current list that we don't have the 300 there. How about if we remove some other item as well? Let's say, can it take multiple items, or how does it work? Let's see. 200, 100. Okay, it's giving me some error. So let's see if it can take multiple value. Anyway, let's try to see. Okay. Alright, so it basically says list.remove takes exactly one argument, and we have given 3. Okay, so no problem. This will just take one item at a time. So that's how this function works. So we'll keep it here. So anyway, guys, so that was the complete tutorial for list. So let's recap once again. So it's an order collection of elements, and it contains of various data types: integer, string, float, etc. You can create a list using simple variable, and then you can enter the data, pass in the data within the square bracket. It uses various common usages, for example, storing multiple values, dynamic array, storing various heterogeneous data. There are a lot of functions on list, like append at the end of the list. Then you can extend if you want to add another list at the end of the list. So basically it will add another list to the end of the original list. Then you can insert at any position, you can remove, you can pop out any item from the list, and then of course you can get the index of any item. on the list. You can sort, you can reverse. So these are some of the functionality that we saw. Let's try another functionality called pop, which we just saw earlier. So let's say my list dot pop, and then I'm gonna pop out, let's say 200. Basically the pop function, the way it works is that it will pop out the last element. So if we print the list, so let's see how it works. Okay, so now you notice here that in the last list we have 200, 100. It is sorted in reverse order, and the last element was 1, so it has popped out the last element, and now we just ended up everything on the list except the last element. All right, let's see if it pop out any specific item from the list. Let's say 100. um, let's see if it can pop out 100 from the list. Okay, 200, 100. I don't see it. It did pop out any 100 from here. Let's see, 300, 800, 200. All right. Well, we removed 300 from here, and then we try to pop out. Anyway, well, I'll just skip it here in this way. We just popped out. If we want to remove any specific item, we can always do that. How about we try the insert function. So let's say insert, and all right, insert, and then let's say we want to insert in index number 2, we want to insert a string. Let's say hello. Let's see if it works. So let's see. Oh, it does work. So as you know, that list starts from the number 0, so index 0, 1, 2, and the second index we have inserted hello string into the list. Awesome. So these are the functionality we tested. So hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the video. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.